Hello and welcome back to the show. This is episode 11 and I'm your host, Annie Zomaya, lover of pop culture, entertainment, and 100% human creativity. This is Creative Mode. On January 20th, 2006, my life was forever changed with the premiere of the Disney Channel original movie, High School Musical. Let me tell you, this movie came out, it was a TV release, and I watched it after school every single day for a month. I knew the script backwards and forwards. I knew all the songs. I knew the dances. I was obsessed. So High School Musical is celebrating its 20th anniversary. It's been streaming on repeat for free on YouTube. And yes, I did hop in there and watch it for a little while the other day. And I still love it just as much as I did when I was a kid and I first watched it. And the reason that I say it changed my life is because High School Musical is what started my love of musicals. I'm a huge fan of Hamilton. I'm a huge fan of Wicked. I just love musical theater, musical movies, everything. Okay, give me a song and a dance and a really good plot and I'm happy. I remember this movie, I would watch Disney Channel movies all the time. Like Disney Channel would just have these made for TV movies that would come out all the time, like all throughout the year, maybe even once a month. I don't remember. This one was different. Like this one was just so much better and so fascinating. I don't know if it was the combination of song and dance and the story being really good, or if it was this kind of fantasy about what high school would be like one day. I was very, very young when this movie came out. I was just starting like middle school, end of elementary school. So high school was still a faraway dream for me. But anyway, High School Musical turned out to be a really extremely successful franchise. I mean, there were toys, there were clothes, there were CDs, everything. Anything that Disney could put a price tag on, it did, okay? And yeah, the kids were about it. Parents were buying that stuff up. I had the CD, I had the karaoke CD. I had a book. It was like a pop-out book. I don't know. Yeah. So I was obsessed. Okay. I was part of the hype train. In 2024, I had the opportunity to actually visit East High School in Salt Lake City, which was one of the filming locations for High School Musical. I did not get to go inside. They were closed to inside tours, but I did get to see the outside of the building, get my picture taken in front of it, sang a little bit of We're All in This Together, and it was kind of a little bit of a dream come true. Like I was really excited to be there because I just loved the movie so much. It was so integral to my childhood, and it also started so many careers. So as we know, Zac Efron is a huge star, but most of the main cast went on to have pretty successful careers in Hollywood after the premiere of the first High School Musical movie. And by the third movie, they were actually in theaters. So High School Musical 3 was a theater release. And to be honest, it was my least favorite of the franchise. I think it was just overproduced and lost a little bit of the Disney Channel magic for me, just a little bit. I mean, I still liked it, but the first one was just so special in kind of a down-to-earth way. And yeah, I remember going to school the next day and like kids were singing the songs already. Like it was a huge hit, and I'm so glad that I'm part of the generation that got to experience it when it premiered. So yeah, so I have been celebrating the 20th anniversary of High School Musical and just wanted to time travel a little bit down memory lane and share that love with you. So if you know that I love musicals, now you know why. That's where it all started. The second topic I want to talk about today is Chapter 2 of The Artist's Way, and I'm just calling them chapters 1, 2, 3, instead of weeks, because as I mentioned last week, I'm not really doing it week by week. I'm kind of just moving through it at my own pace. So I've been doing it for almost 2 weeks now, and I'm just now starting week 2 of the book. But I've read Chapter 2, I've done the tasks, and let me tell you, so far, it's working. So far, The Artist's Way is working in very small but significant ways. So, for example, one of the exercises for week 1 was writing down 5 different lives, or was it 10 different lives that you would lead? And my number 1 was Olympic figure skater. Okay, so let me tell you, that same week, I went to the ice rink with my friends, and someone handed me a brochure for adult figure skating lessons. And I'm actually looking at the brochure right now, and I need to call them and get some more information. But how's that for serendipity, right? And synchronicity? Like, I choose to believe that the universe is conspiring in my favor, okay? And I read a little bit about synchronicity, and it's a term invented by the psychologist Carl Jung. I am not a mental health professional or a psychologist or anything like that, but the best way that I understand it is that synchronicity is what happens when you assign meaning to unrelated events, and it can be a good thing if you use it in a healthy way. But too much of it can lead to delusions and is associated with schizophrenia. But so I realize that this may not necessarily be superstition at play or anything like that. But I was exploring my desire to learn how to ice skate. And then lo and behold, here's an opportunity for me to actually take that to the next level and take lessons. And who knows where that will lead. So that's just a little example of how the artist way is helping me open my eyes and be more present and notice opportunities when they appear. And presence is a really, really big part of chapter 2. Learning to live in the moment, learning to be present, and how that can help you not only create better art, but just live a more full life. And there was one passage in chapter 2 that I highlighted, and I'm going to read it with you because I found this to be really affirming and kind of comforting in a way. And it's about paying attention. Julia Cameron writes, "Writing about attention, I see that I have written a good deal about pain. This is no coincidence. It may be different for others, but pain is what it took to teach me to pay attention. In times of pain, when the future is too terrifying to contemplate and the past too painful to remember, I have learned to pay attention to right now. The precise moment I was in was always the only safe place for me. Each moment, taken alone, was always bearable. In the exact now, we are always all right. Yesterday, the marriage may have ended. Tomorrow, the cat may die. The phone call from the lover for all my waiting may not ever come. But just at that moment, just now, that's all right. I am breathing in and out. Realizing this, I began to notice that each moment was not without its beauty." I share that to say that if I had not started The Artist's Way, I may not have ever revisited that childhood dream that I had or that sense of fascination and wonder that I had as a kid when I was reading books about figure skaters and watching movies. And while I most likely will never be an Olympic figure skater, I can still reignite that sense of childhood wonder and fascination and fun and learn a new skill. That's my very personal example of synchronicity and serendipity at work. Finally, I want to talk about why we need your art now more than ever. I came across the YouTube channel of a creator named Monica Trinidad, and they talk about art for social change. And a quote from their very first video is, "Art changes people, people change the world." And I think that's kind of the core of why we create and why we do what we do. So I will link to their channel. You should definitely check it out. She talks about how to get over creative block and where she finds inspiration and why the world needs your art now more than ever. So definitely check that out. And then finally, if you have not yet filled out the listener survey, please do that. I am very eager to get your thoughts and opinions as I wrap up season 1 and plan for season 2. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you have a wonderful week. Stay safe, stay warm, and keep creating.